All right, getting started for remote learning with Seesaw. All right, so basically we're going to be talking about how to get your Seesaw set up so that you are officially ready to begin with your remote learning. So let's get started on this. And the idea is, okay, let's go. Click. Click. There we go. All right, first you're going to create your class. And what you're going to do after logging in, up in the upper left-hand corner, you're going to click on your name. It's going to pull up this window where you're going to obviously see Create New Class. You're going to click on that. You're going to give it any name you want and identify your grade level. And then once you've done that, you're going to click that little checkbox, that green check thing, and that tells you you are done. All right, now you're going to set up your class. And the way you're going to set up your class is the wrench. That wrench is golden. That's where you're gonna always start to be setting up your class. So you're gonna click on that wrench. It's gonna pull up this screen, and you're gonna highlight student sign-in mode. And we're gonna click on that because you're probably gonna want to change it to class code 1-to-1 devices because you're not going to have your students logging in with Google right now, because they're actually going to be doing home learning. And so for right now, just set it up to class code 1-to-1 devices. This is really a setup largely for if you're in person, like in the classroom. Since we're not going to be in the classroom right now, we're just kind of setting this up for a future use. Right now, it doesn't really matter much. All right, so now what we're going to do to manage your student roster, again, you're going to click on that wrench, and now you're going to highlight Manage Students, and you're going to click on that, and you're going to get this simple little screen. Now, you'll notice down at the bottom, it says Paste a List of Students. You can enter in your students one by one, or you can copy and paste all of them from a spreadsheet. You just need it to look like this. Now, you could just have 1 or 2 kids in here as well. Once you've entered in your student names, again, you're going to click on that green checkbox and you are golden. Now we're going to set things up for home learning. And again, you're going to click on that wrench. That wrench is so stinking important. And then you're going to, down here on that toggle, you're going to click on Students Can See Each Other's Work, and you're going to want to turn it off. When students are at home, we do not want students to be able to rifle through each other's work unless you are specifically sharing it with everybody. Hey, everybody, look at what Martina did. This is wonderful. I want you all to see Martina. Give her a round of applause. That kind of a thing. But for right now, we're going to want to toggle the Students Can See Each Other's Work off, and we're going to turn that off. All right. For future references, you're going to scroll down and you're going to click on Enable Family Access, and you're going to put that toggle on. You're going to make it green because we are going to, part of this remote learning is we are going to make it so that parents and caregivers can participate in the learning process at home. So we're going to turn on Enable Family Access. Now there's 2 ways to get your student to be able to log into Seesaw from home. All right. So again, you're going to click on that wrench. You're going to go to Home Learning Student Codes. And there's your 2 options, print codes or download codes. Let's begin by doing print codes because it's possible you're going to see your kids maybe once at the beginning of the year, almost as a welcome day. And if that's the case, you click the print codes, and every student is going to have their own sheet of paper that looks like this. And what you'll notice is it gives step-by-step directions. Go to this website, click I'm a student, enter in your home learning code. It's these 16 letters right here, and then you're done. Students may, if they have installed the class app on the phone or their iPad, they can scan this code and you can skip all of these steps because the scan code will do it all. Now the other option is again wrench, click on home learning student codes, and you're going to see the two options. But now we're going to click on download codes. And what that's going to give you is this big old wonderful spreadsheet of links to each student's home learning code information right here. And what you can do is you can copy this URL and email it to each of your parents if you already have the parent email addresses, which you might in your student information system. So you would email them this link. So each kid here on the left would be emailed the parents. You would email the parents their this URL, and this URL opens up that individualized personal document. So you're there, that's the link, you're going to send it. And again, it's going to it's going to automatically email to the parents a link that allows them, when they click on the link, it'll open up their document, and then they can use either their computer or they can use the app to help their students. Right now, this is all just for students. In a future video, we're going to show how you can get the parents involved. But right now, all of this is just for getting the kids online. So you're going to email this to the parents, and the parents are going to help the kids follow these directions to get them online, and that is it. So what's the difference between a class code and a home learning code, in case you've ever heard of that? The class code is when all students are in the class. It's one single code for all students. It's not secure because when the kids use the class code, it pulls up a class roster, and then the kids click on their name. So that class code is really only if you are meeting in class. But because you're not, that's why you're going to be using the home learning codes. Each student gets their own unique code. Once they've logged in and used that code, they're done. They don't need to memorize that code at all. It's secure. Kids can't see other kids' work, neither can the parents, so it's all good. And that code lasts for the entire school year. Basically, in the classroom, face-to-face, you're going to use class code on the left. However, when you're doing remote learning, you're going to do the home learning codes on the right. Now, there is another way to access your home learning codes, is right on your journal. When you click on your journal, you're going to see this button way up at the top, Get Home Learning Codes, and that is going to send you to that same link as before. And that wraps up getting us started, getting your class started for remote learning with Seesaw.